All right, and right here I was able to lock in over $2,400 on this trade. If we didn't follow the trading system that I'm about to explain in detail to you, okay, this price action came all the way back down and basically touched our entry again. So it's so critical to follow your system. What I'm going to show you today is a trading system that I use to be able to make $1,000 to $3,000 per day trading cryptocurrency. Okay, this also allows me to be able to trade from anywhere in the world so I can travel and work at the same time. Okay, I'm going to take you through my live recordings of me taking these trades. I'm going to show you inside my whole entire trading process. Okay, and in about 15 minutes, I can show you pro trader tips that took me literally years of losing money and frustration to figure out to hopefully expedite the learning curve on your trading and investing journey. And if you're new to the channel and don't know who I am, my name is Craig Prococo. I'm a full-time day trader and investor of almost 7 years. Okay, I've been getting a lot of love on these live trading recap videos. So if you want to see this turn into a series, make sure you hit the like button and let me know in the comments. Check us out on Instagram, on Discord. Okay, we have a whole trading community. And if you want to follow along with our journey, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn the bell notifications on. All right, so I'm going to take you through all the trades that I took this week. Okay, we had a crazy profitable week. The most recent trade that I took was on Solana. Okay, so first I'm going to show you this trade, and then I'm going to explain the exact thought process I had when I entered the trade, exited the trade, and how I even found the trade in the first place. Okay, so I entered my Solana position right in this area here. So once I entered my order, the position started moving in my direction. We can see we got our first move up to the 61.8 level. I'm going to explain exactly how that works in just a second. Okay, and you can see at this point, I put a little rocket ship here because I really thought that this is where we'd see an extension of this wave. Turns out that it didn't at that point. So I had to wait a little bit longer. So I ended up taking it away. Right here, we got a break in this level, which is signifying that we are continuing to move in an up direction. Okay, if it didn't break this high and moved down, I probably would have exited the trade because the trend is broken. But we do have this high move into 3 now. And so now currently we're up about $1,400 on this position. Then we got support off of our 20-day EMA. Price pulled down a little bit, didn't break that level once again. All right, and then we got our move up into this 161.8 level, and I was able to post about $2,400 in profit on this trade. Okay, this is where I took the trade off the table, locked in the $2,400, and we got a really, really amazing entry and exit on the Solana trade. All right, so let's go into the details of how I was able to even find this trade setup and why I was able to take it so perfectly. Anytime I'm taking a long position, I want to do it on the first move out of a downtrend. And if we draw a trend line along the highs of this price action, you can see contact point here, here, and then we have a break right here, and then we have the underside here catching support along the opposite side of this trend. That to me is telling me that this is a new uptrend where we can basically be looking for price action to make a continuation. And that was my thesis behind being able to get in on this trade in the first place. All right, then I took a Fibonacci retracement, which you can find right here, and I clicked from the low of this trend up to our consolidation point up to this price here. Now I wanted to ignore this huge wick because this is sort of an outlier in price action that doesn't match up, and this isn't going to be helpful for us picking important levels. This is just sort of an anomaly that we sometimes want to ignore if we have reason to believe with other indicators that we should. And you can see right here, this price action came up, pulled down, and then retested our 61.8 perfectly and then started to flip. All right, so I knew by looking at my NevaTrade Pro Plus indicator that we got a highlight strip right at this point, right at the 61.8. So to find an entry, I took this most recent high over here, dragged it down to this low point here, and you can see our 23.6 level, which is actually something that we use in a system called a CH2 system, is where we're getting in long with confirmation of this reversal. Okay, so now what I really want to do is focus on the trend that we're now trading. Okay, so I'm going to start counting my wave structures, and I have a lot of videos on this, but basically what you want to do is count a 5-wave structure. In the beginning, all you need is your 1 wave to be able to figure out where the top of the trend is probably going to be. And this is one of the coolest things in trading that so many people don't even leverage, and it's actually crazy because if you do this, you're literally going to time perfect tops and bottoms of trends, and used in conjunction with proper risk management and a trading system, you can absolutely crush it. All right, so what I want to do is count my 5-wave structure. So we have 3, 4, 5. We don't know that 5 is going to be here yet, but what we can do is where the price ended up turning around and stopping here didn't allow our wave 1 to really touch down to 61.8. Okay, so what that means is we're going to be targeting the 161.8 on our projection. So then what I'm going to be doing is taking a trend-based fib projection, which you can find right there, going off of this low up to our high of 1, and then I'm going to draw back down to this exact level here. And what this is doing is giving us a factor of 1. So this is going to give us a measurement and a 1 multiple of what the distance from 0 to 1 is. And that's going to allow us to take multiples of the Fibonacci ratio to project the top of 5. And you can see right here, that 5 wave was perfectly running into the 161.8 level, which allowed me to exit my position before Solana ended up completely collapsing and basically coming back to where I entered. By the way, guys, if you saw that we were trying to get a sponsorship with LaCroix, which was my favorite seltzer water before, okay, I've switched to Pellegrino because they ignored my requests, and the video got 77,000 views from you guys. So we're boycotting LaCroix and we're moving to Pellegrino. Drink Pellegrino. That was, I don't know. It's good. I don't know. All right, so if you're still here with me, make sure you hang in there. I'm going to show you 2 more systems. I'm also going to explain in depth this InnovaTrade Pro Plus indicator. Okay, it helps you find perfect tops and bottoms regardless of how you're trading. Okay, so the next trade that I took was on Bitcoin. I'm going to go a little faster now that you know the Elliott wave theory and that you know sort of what we're looking for in general. What I always like to do when I'm shorting cryptos is be able to take a position where the price action used to trade up on support, which is when the price can't break down through a level, and it trades underneath it, retests it, and then ends up cracking down. If I can enter on a retest which used to be support turned resistance, it's such a good time to enter. And we actually dropped this on our Discord. This is probably the only Discord crypto community that's still active because we're finding so many trade opportunities all the time. This is completely free to join. It's in the description below. Just join in and hang out with us. It's an amazing community. And by the way, if you want an exchange where you can trade all sorts of crypto pairs and use really high leverage, we trade with Bybit, and we also do giveaways every single week in our Discord. So definitely check that out as well. And the referral link is in the description. So if you go through the ref link, you're going to get access to all of those giveaways as well. Okay, I'm a full-time trader. Bybit is by far the best exchange for taking these types of trades. All right, so once I was able to signify the bottom here on Bitcoin, like I said, all I needed to do is find my low to high to low down to 2. And then once I see this high region broke right here, I can take my Fibonacci retracement tool off of this 1 wave here. And you can see right here, this didn't come down to our 61.8. So once again, we're going to be targeting this 161.8 level for a short position. And you can see that's why I put the screenshot for our target in this region. And once again, one other thing that I like to do is identify these pockets of resistance and support. So you can see support here, massive breakdown and retest, drop. Retest, fail, retest again. So we have multiple levels all coming up to that zone. In addition to us being able to see this move come up, click from the low of this trend right here up to our high and then back down, giving us our factor of 1 and giving us our zone of where we can expect the 5 wave to top out before we get a correction down to this zone. And another layer of crazy confirmation, which can call tops of price action, is using this InnovaTrade Pro Plus indicator. I'll put that in the description. It's completely free to add to your chart. And we look for something called a shark fin divergence. Okay, and so what that is basically, see how we have this line poking up really high through our gray band right here. We see the price action over here is at this level. Over here, we also see a highlight. Notice how this highlight is still giving us a highlight, but it's substantially lower than this point over here. But in contrast, if we look at the price action, even though this is lower, this is a lot higher than this peak. And anytime you're seeing higher price action here, but a lower spike over here with a highlight where this is downtrending, okay, that is almost always areas on charts where the price action is going to flip over and have at least some sort of pullback for you to short into. And was able to use my InnovaTrade Pro Plus indicator to wait for a dark highlight in a 15-minute candle close into this zone. And I was able to take profit literally at the exact perfect bottom once again. And like I said, if you don't believe me, we were doing this in the public Discord during the cryptocurrency meltdown. Okay, you can go in and look for yourself. All right, and on this trade, I was able to lock in over $1,600 in profit just on one short. And this also took less than 1 day to happen. And like I said, this is stuff that has literally taken me and my team years to figure out and perfect. On this trade for AVAX, okay, this is something called a TC plus. Actually, Lex alerted this trade out, and he actually called us out ahead of time for all the premium people on the Discord as well. So we were able to take advantage of this trade really, really nicely. I almost got stopped out, but I didn't. So basically got in on a retest here, put my stop loss over the 61.8 level. Okay, I'm not going to dive into the system. I have other videos that show it. If you want to poke into those, I'll put them in a card a little bit later in the video. Now, I took profit at the 261.8 down here, Okay, I was able to get out for basically $1,500 once again on this trade. What I normally do when I'm taking these TC pluses is basically waiting for price action to come down and waiting for a dark highlight on a 15-minute candle close, which we look right here. This is where this candle closed. This is where our dark highlight formed, and this is the exact bottom. I mean, we did flip a little bit once again on this move, but still, no one's going to be complaining from taking a trade here down to here. It's literally a straight line, full profit. So really nice trade on AVAX again. And then in full transparency with you, I think most YouTubers once again won't really show this, but we did realize a few losses here this week as well. So once again, I was attempting to take a short position here on a similar setup to that TC plus here. We broke down. Market was severely manipulated, came up, stopped us out. We had so many shorts lined up. We were about to absolutely murk it. And then we had to pull out of all of them. Wasn't able to pull out of this one. And this stopped us out and then proceeded to do exactly what we thought it was going to do on a fundamental level. Okay, so this could have been a massive trading profit. Instead, we took a small contained loss. Okay, I lost about $500 on this Oceans trade, which is my normal amount of money to risk per trade. Keep it contained. That's the perfect thing to do. All right, then we also had a loss on Near. Okay, this was a trade that I alerted out as sort of more of a degen play, but basically was trying to take a similar trade on what I took with Solana here. This is a 3-5A setup. I'll pop a card up that explains the system right here if you want to watch that a little bit later. Got in here on our system, thought the price action was going to end up moving up, double bottom, and really moon and basically be able to give us a 9x of what we're risking, which would have been a huge trade. And then it sort of just trickled out and stopped us out. Okay, I only lost 250 on this because it was such a big trade. I wasn't looking to go balls to the wall with it. Okay, so we took some losses, but only about $750 worth of loss and about $5,600 worth of profit, which is giving us right around that $5,000 in a week trading, which is $20,000 a month. And that's $250,000 a year. So that's the possibility of being able to just understand this stuff and being able to scale that to the next level. You can make unlimited amounts of money with trading, and that's what got me into this in the first place. It has location freedom. You can work from anywhere. Okay, you only have to work a few hours per day, and you can make unlimited amounts of money if you follow the structure and if you perfect the craft. And that's why it's important for people who really pay attention to this video to understand that, you know, I'm genuinely giving you really, really crazy insights on professional day trading. So hopefully it was helpful anyways. And then we did take one more trade on Band, which was actually something that I'm still in currently. I'm just waiting for this to absolutely fizzle out. We got a BS move on Band here where none of us could find any fundamental research on why this moved. Okay, we got a full retracement, a dead cat bounce on this, which is completely bullshit. Okay, price came up. Once again, was able to use my Elliott wave to perfectly time the top. And I did call this as well live in our premium side of our Discord with all of our private students. Off of our one wave, didn't retrace to 61.8, shot a projection of 161.8 up to this level. Once again, look at the hidden divergence in the shark fin right here on our indicator. Higher here, lower here, higher here. That's the top before we got the meltdown. So I'm just sitting in this waiting for this to melt down. I risked $500 on this trade. So if I get a 5x on that, that's going to be another $2,500 if I just let this wither away, which is probably what's going to happen. All right, and if you made it to this point in the video, if you go in the comments below and comment Pellegrino, I'm going to be choosing one person to give our entire suite of trading education to. All you have to do is put Pellegrino in the comments, and then I'm going to be announcing the winner in our Discord. So make sure you head in there so that you know if you won. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I will see you all in the next video.